Hello everybody. I wanted to start this video that way because that's how me and Mr. Mayo, Joe, starts his videos, and in his last video he was very kind and started his video the way I start my videos. So if you don't know who me and Mr. Mayo is, I don't know where you've been, but check out his channel if you don't. Me and Mr. Mayo, Joe, he's a huge Beatle fan, great channel, great guy. I consider him a friend of mine, and thanks for doing that, Joe. I really appreciate it. It freaked me out, actually. It was very, very cool. So thank you, and check out Joe's channel. You gotta have seen it. He's got like 1 billion followers, but check him out if you haven't. He's awesome. Okay, well, earlier today I went to a thrift store, and I went to 2. I only found stuff at 1, 3 for $1, spent $10, and got some interesting stuff. A lot of country, but not nearly all country, and a few of them rarish, I think, and anyway, just decent finds. So I'm going to get started with Thrift Store Finds. We're going to start with this one. George Jones. New country hits, and I don't know if things have gone to pieces, but Love Bug is on this album, and I know that one. I'm guessing a very early 60s album here. I mean, look at those guys. It's on Musicore Records, very nice shape. There's the label. This is the first record I saw there. Oh, this album recorded June 1965. It says right on the cover. Look at that. So there you go. Man, it could have been recorded in 1955. Look at those guys. Anyway, Johnny Cash sings I Walk the Line on Share Records. I've never heard of Share Records. I've never seen this before. But for $1, I had to pick it up. Plus, it's Johnny Cash. There's the Share label, and it's just the greatest hits kind of Sun Records kind of thing. There's the track listing, and it's a really nice shape. I do not have this. Well, I didn't have it till today. Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. I finally have this. I don't have either of his 2 prison albums, actually. So, very cool. There's the songs he does. And it's an original stereo copy. It is on the Columbia 2i label. And it's in nice shape. And glad to have it. There is some wrinkling on the cover a little bit. But overall, it's in really nice shape. I put all the country up front. It's not all country though, so stick around. There is some other stuff. You Ain't Woman Enough, Loretta Lynn. Very cool album cover. Cool album, actually. There's the back, and it's got an original Decca sleeve, and it is a Decca album. There's the label. Mono, I think, on this. Yeah. And Don't Come A-Drinkin' with Lovin' On Your Mind. One of Loretta's big hits here. Original album. Again, really not perfect shape, but really nice shape for thrift store. 3 for $1. Again, it's mono on Decca. I was really kind of psyched to get. I don't have much older Loretta Lynn, and I was really kind of happy to get these. Merle Haggard and the Stranger is Branded Man on Capitol Records, and has a really nice Capitol sleeve inside, and this one's stereo, Capitol label. Again, really nice shape. Really happy about that one. Portrait of Jimmy Dean. I know nothing on this album, except there's a song called Nobody, which I don't know if it's the song that Johnny Cash later did on his third American album. Not his third album, but you know. And this one is another 2i Columbia. So, haven't listened to any of these yet, but really, really nice shape again on this. I was going to do the Joe thing, but I don't. No ring wear, nice corners. I thought this was cool. The Great Hits of Hank Williams. It's a 2-record set on BH Records, whoever they are. Seems like there's only one picture of Hank Williams. You know what I mean? It's always that picture. I'll show one of the records labels. These records, oh, it's MGM. I've forgotten that. I looked at MGM Special Products, actually. And these records really look unplayed. It is electronically enhanced for stereo, but love Hank Williams. Teen Scene, Chet Atkins. This is an upgrade for me. I have this, but nobody's drawn a mustache on him on this one. And this is an album where he does a bunch of covers and stuff, dabbles in rock and roll. The album isn't in perfect shape, but it's much better than the one I have. So, and it's a bunch of these. There is an X. Somebody's put an X on the cover, which is also nice of them. I always buy Charlie Rich records. Charlie Rich, The Silver Fox, in Shrink. They had 2 of these. One was in Shrink and one wasn't. It has hype sticker, and it has a hype sticker on the back too, right there, which is, you don't see that often. And it's on Epic. It's just the greatest hits kind of a package, but nice shape. Picked it up. They also had like 2 or 3 copies of Behind the Closed Doors, and one was in Shrink, but none of them were minty, and I have one in Shrink. Mine's not nearly minty either, but I decided to let it sit there. Charlie Rich, The Silver Fox, again, on Power Pack Records. I have one other album by him on Power Pack, or by somebody. The back is just, in fact, I have that album on Power Pack, which they also had a really nice copy of that there. But I have a really nice copy of that, so I let that one sit there. And that one had a yellow Power Pack label. This has a red Power Pack label. Dark red, maroonish. Couple more countries here. Glenn Campbell, Southern Nights. Never owned this album. Never really wanted to own this album, but I keep seeing other people showing it. Sgt. Pepper's 13 is showing it, and I think a couple other people have. So I picked it up, 3 for $1. It's a nice copy. The orange Capitol label. It actually had 2 Southern Nights there too. This was by far the better one. I've always wanted this album. Double record set. The session recorded in London with many, many guests. It's a 2-record set. It's got cool packaging. There's your sleeves, and they come out kind of like this. But this was the album I almost didn't buy. It does have punch holes, but that wasn't why I was going to buy it. Wasn't going to buy it. It's not in amazing shape. It's also a pain in the butt of an album. Come on. It's not in amazing shape. I'll show you the back so you can see all the guests that are on it, maybe. Maybe that'll show up, I don't know. But, it's in good enough shape till I can find a better copy. And for 33 cents, I kept looking at it and finally went, you know what, I gotta grab it. So I did. Probably the worst condition album I bought. It's not bad. It's at least a VG. Maybe heading towards a VG Plus, but everything else was much better, like this. A reissue of Kenny Rogers and the first edition, not the 5th Dimension, their greatest hits. I have an original of this, but this guy right here looks like it was never played. The Reprise label, it's just a perfect record, so I picked it up, said what the heck. One more country album. They had two of these, one in shrink, one not. I took the one in shrink. Put the Hammer Down, put out by Radio Shack, Realistic Records. It's just a bunch of songs for the open road. And there's the track listing, if you can see that. And it's just a country sampler. Merle Haggard, Moving On. Convoy by C.W. McCall is on here. So, I picked it up. It's in shrink. It's on... Capitol put it out? Yeah, it is Capitol Special Products put it out. There's the label. So, picked it up. Why not? Okay, a couple soundtracks of movies I've never heard of. The Boys from Syracuse, Rogers and Hart, did the music for this. It's on Columbia Records and it's sealed, which is why I picked it up. I just couldn't leave it there. I mean, it's crisp corners, no ringware. Had to pick it up. And the same goes for this. Joel Gray in George M. Never heard of it, but it's a sealed soundtrack, so I picked it up. This one is on Columbia as well. And don't know anything about it, but again, 3 for $1. Grabbed it. Never had this, always wanted it, liked the movie a lot. Godspell, the soundtrack. Again, 3 for $1. This one does have a seam split on the top, but the record was really nice. And not an original. I think the originals are on Bell. This one is on Air stuff. But again, 3 for $1, picked it up. The new Gary Puckett and the Union Gap album. I have no Gary Puckett in my collection, so there's one. Maybe I have one. I don't know. I don't have this. I know that. And Columbia, an original Columbia sleeve with somebody's name on the label, but there's a 2i, and you know, the Columbia How to Protect Your Record sleeve, and cool posters you could get too. So, and this has this girl is a woman on it, and it's a cutout of some sort. It's got a little cut on the corner. One of her later albums from 1979, Carly Simon's Spies. She did this, I think, after she recorded The Spy Who Loved Me, which is not on this album. In fact, I don't know any songs on this album, but it's in really nice condition. It even came in this baggie, and it's also it's on Electra, and it's just in really nice shape. Got the original in her sleeve. So actually, it doesn't. Actually, that was put in one of these nice plastic lines in her sleeve. So whoever had that took care of it. And I haven't looked in it. It is a gatefold, but I haven't looked in the inside. Can't be any big deal. They had a bunch of Elton John, but most of it wasn't in great shape. A couple were in decent shape, though. Don't shoot me, I'm only the piano player. Don't have it. Have it now. Love that picture. There's the other side of the gatefold. Just typical MCA label. Actually, it's the original MCA label that it had on the black one. It's not a reissue. Elton John's Caribou LP. This does have the typical MCA label, so I'm not gonna. But it has its original inner sleeve, which is pretty cool. And again, really nice shape. I was shocked. I actually saw rock and roll. I never see rock or anything close to it. So Pretty happy with that. Linda Ronstadt, Prisoner in Disguise. Really nice shape. Not a whole lot going on in the gatefold. I forget what label. Asylum Records. Again, really nice shape. All the records I bought were pretty nice today for a change. I mean, some were almost minty, like this one. Tina Turner's Private Dancer. Do not own it. Never thought I'd own this album, to be honest. I'm not a huge... I love early Tina Turner, but her 80s stuff doesn't do that much for me, really, to be honest. But this sucker is just got the original inner sleeve in nice shape, and it looks like it's never been played. Looks like I owned it, actually. Capitol Records. In fact, it was sort of staticked into the sleeve, which is a definite sign that it hasn't been played much. Nice, very nice condition. So happy with that. The Wild Heart, Stevie Nicks. Love Fleetwood Mac, not a huge Stevie Nicks solo fan. This is my first Stevie Nicks album, believe it or not. And again, really, really nice shape here. And this has stand back on it. And when Prince died, I was looking for this 45. I thought I had it in my collection, but I couldn't find it, so I guess I don't. To play on my Prince tribute on my podcast, because he wrote that. But got it now, a little late. But again, minty, nice. Very good find. 3 for $1, definitely. Couple more here. This is an upgrade copy for me. Steve Winwood, Ark of a Diver. My other one comes from a thrift store as well, but this one is much nicer copy. It has While You See a Chance, which I think is his best solo song on Island. Steve Winwood, back in the high life. Again, this sucker just looks like it's never been played. Really, really, it's got the original inner sleeve. Island label looked like this by this point in time. And it has a couple hits on it. Higher Love, Back in the High Life. That might be it. Anyway, Steve Winwood. Couple more here. This cover is a little bit rough, but the Who's Next, and yes, I have a couple copies of Who's Next. But the reason I bought this one is Decca. This is an original stereo copy on Decca. It's in decent shape. It's not perfect, but it's in pretty good shape. So I was very happy to find this. Making sure that it's a normal copy. I'm pretty sure it is. Couple more here. The X again. U2's War. You never see U2 in a thrift store. Ever, ever, ever. And this is in really nice shape. I was really... And I do not own War either. I do not own it. Except for the Steve Winwood. I don't own any of these albums. So very, very happy to get this. It's not an original copy, I don't think. I don't think the Island label was this at the time. It might have been. They were changing over fairly soon after that, but I don't think yet. But I'm not sure, maybe. Anyway, got a barcode, which it probably had a barcode. I don't know. And last but not least, I went, really? Because I've been wanting this forever, and I never see it at my local record store, and it's not worth checking down online, really. But A Quiet Normal Life, the best of Warren Zevon. I was like so happy to see this for 3 for $1. For me, this is the find of the day. It's on Asylum. There's the label. It's a very late 80s record, I think. I think this might have came out on CD about the same time as it came out on album. Trying to find a date here. I'm not seeing it. I don't know. Anyway, from what I can remember, a very late 80s album. If you're not a Zevon fan, it has everything you need. If you are a Zevon fan, it just has the hits. But, awesome. Awesome record. And I was very, very happy to grab that. Well, that does it. 30 records, 10 bucks. I think I did alright today. Once again, I want to say thank you to me, Mr. Mayo, Joe. That was really awesome what you did. I loved it. And, again, like I said in my last video, in fact, I'm filming right now on Thursday night. So on Saturday, I will be beginning the Summer of the 60s on my podcast. And it starts out with a Nuggets type podcast, garage rock, and goes on from there. So if you're 60s fans, please check that out. There's going to be 9 of them in all. And they should be really, really good. And of course, my podcast is the Snap, Crackle, and Pop Vinyl Hour. You can Google it. Believe it or not, if you Google that, you get a whole page of me. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're all doing well. It's about to heat up here again where I am, and it's one of the reasons I'm making this video before it does. It's going to get really hot in my house the next couple of days. Anyway, hope you're having a good summer so far, and trying to catch up on your videos. Haven't caught up on answering any of you at all yet. I'm hoping to do that in the next few days. Again, thanks for watching. I've wasted enough of your time. Bye, guys.